Please rise and remove your hats for the What the Show Pledge of Allegiance. We come to this place for magic. We come to What the Show to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Somewhere we've never been before. Not just dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful because here they are. What the Show, making Wednesdays weird. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a wonderful Wednesday where we're starting early because, let's face it, this stream's going to go on for 3 hours. It's not longer. Tonight.
That's...
Hi, Matt. I was saying hi to Matt.
And yeah, that's correct. We just anybody who was in for last week saw the villains bracket where we decided the ultimate villain of What the Show
with only 16.
Yes, that was 16. We got 32.
32 heroes.
Oh, we are already regretting this.
So many heroes. I'm terrified, but excited.
But last week was like heated debates about getting upset about people. Tonight it's all going to be about love.
We're about love and joy.
The world needs now is love.
Yeah, because that's what the world needs now. Because sometimes it's a sucky, screwed up place. But What the Show, putting the weird in Wednesdays. We're here to be weird. We're here to be loving.
Lighthearted.
Talk about some heroes. With that said, obviously we do have to address the elephant in the room, and we will be addressing that with our charity of the rest of this month. AJ, would you like to hit us with our new charity and our donation goal this evening?
So, We all know what happened yesterday in Uvalde, Texas, at Robb Elementary. Something that put myself and everybody else on the screen, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching this either live and on the replay, possibly in a dark place with the shooting at Robb Elementary. So we decided to do something a little bit different. We're pivoting our donations for the month to the victims, because there's 19 kids and 2 teachers that didn't go home last week, last night. It's something that has been heavy and on the hearts of everybody. It's throughout social media, through day-to-day life. But we're gonna do something a little bit special. We still want this place to be an oasis for you to kind of get away, but instead of pimping out the Streamlabs to donate to charity specifically, you're going to see the GoFundMe link in the description of this video and pinned in the chat. Make a donation to one of those children that need to be put to rest, and you don't even need to tell us the amount. If it's $1, if it's $5, it doesn't matter what it is. We're going to shout out your name and their name. I want to say the names of all these children. And if it can't happen tonight, we're going to keep that donation in the description of the video. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit What the Show up on Twitter. Let us know that you made even the smallest donation. Don't even need to tell us the amount. we'll shout you out next week too. We just want to say the names of all these kids.
Yeah. Exactly. Well said, AJ. And now that we have got the heartbreaking portion out of the way, I promise we will get to the fun, lighthearted bit. But again, we would like to be able to say all of these children's names and honor them. So whatever you can donate, we will be coming hopefully with some interruptions to do that this evening. But other than that, we're going to have a fun time and talk about some people that we love ridiculous amounts.
Yes.
Now, to qualify, it's not necessarily just people. There are
so many things that can be heroes.
We have many, many different entities is the best word that I came up with to describe our heroes on this show.
And again, just to clarify, just like last week, obviously there are lots of villains in the world and real villains and characters and whatever, but it was what the show, like unique to what the show villains. Same thing with the heroes this week. Also, I think that just shows we had way more people that we loved than we hated. That just shows the kind of show that we are, which I personally love.
So I will say this just as a little bit of a qualifier. When we made this list, we went through it and we tried and we're successful. That like if we had something that was from, for example, a movie, a TV show, or something like that, there's no more than one person from that. So there's no duplicate entries here. So everything, it is 32 independent entries, which we did our best to, we were going through the list, we made sure to kind of do it. And everybody who's on here has every person, movie, entity. You'll see we got some fun ones.
We could do Mario, Luigi, Mario, and the Goomba.
Exactly.
Mike and I tried.
One of those is on the list.
I was on James Raymar, a true hero of what the show.
Yes.
He might.
You might
be discussed.
We might be talking about him tonight too. All right, so
Maddie, we love you.
Maddie Gunner. There's a hero.
Absolutely.
There's a hero.
Hey.
Now, with that in mind, we had a discussion about we have so many heroes in the chat and everything, and we had to narrow it down to one. So there's only one person who regularly shows up in the chat who made the list. I think it's going to be a unanimous agreement when we reveal who that is.
I want everyone to know that people who we consider dear friends, we consider you all heroes. But we didn't want to put you in this list because we wouldn't be able to fight against you because we love you guys. So yeah, there's one person who may have been in the chat / on the show before. A bit of a character.
You're all going to be happy with that decision, I think.
Without further ado, let's start because we're already almost 10 minutes into this thing, and this is going to go on forever. So let's start this bracket.
All right.
Woo!
So I have all the seeds here. So for the first round, we will go up by seeding. So I will. After that, I'm just going to tell the matches. But we have our 1 versus 32. Number 32 is a special request of Mr. AJ Lancaster.
I believe you meant Captain AJ
Lancaster.
Get it right.
AJ, will you describe our number 32 entry?
So, number 32 is the most one of the most interesting characters come out of Warner Brothers Studios in the past. I don't know, maybe ever, because it was in two characters. It was two characters in two separate movies that were the same character, and that is Bugs from Space Jam 2 and Bugs from Matrix Resurrections. Sorry. Those are they serve the same purpose to their stories. They are the same person in a dystopian sci-fi tale in each in a supporting role to their characters in their respective movies, which makes them probably the most interesting character. I think maybe in fiction.
I don't understand any of that.
Yep. I wasn't prepared for this. It's been a weird day.
Well, there's only one person who can properly introduce the top seed. Anybody who follows the show probably knows what's coming up. Juice, you got to introduce the number 1 seed.
I don't have the list.
Sir, maybe someone who once told you about a side table.
Is it our buddy?
It is our buddy.
John Carlo. Oh Oh man,
That's
AJ,
not the right picture. Nope. There it is.
there we go. I swear to God, our goal is to get Giancarlo on the show.
Listen, like there are people who have contributed to the show by being on the show, and there are people who have contributed to the show in ways they don't even realize. Giancarlo is.
I'm gonna save a lot of my good Giancarlo arguments for later on because we're gonna be arguing him a lot tonight. I think because I have full faith he's gonna go far. So all I'm gonna say this round is AJ. I'm sorry. I love your Bugs pick, but come on, Giancarlo.
I get 2 for 1. Bugs Bunny died for our sins.
He did, but Giancarlo moved a table for our sins.
Told Juice after he was sitting on this GD side table for over an hour. He then told him, "Sir, that is a side table." He also had to go make espresso for Jeff 2 separate times because Jeff's So Giancarlo, an absolute legend. And yeah, we are.
You're a jabroni.
Your time is coming, Mr. Raymar.
I'm locking in my vote, Giancarlo. Mike, your vote?
Yeah, Giancarlo, that's a no-brainer.
AJ, your vote?
Bugs.
Juice, your vote?
That's just because you were taking a smoke break when the thing happened. I gotta go.
No, I wasn't taking a smoke break. This is so when I travel, I'm a shy pooper, right? We'd flown in Thursday. That was Saturday night, and something happened to me that hadn't happened for 3 days.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the details of the story.
Juice,
right, I'll lock in Giancarlo. I'm gonna do a bracket.
Okay.
We'll do like a physical bracket. I'll play along, and each round we can pull it up.
Okay, so we have the 16-17 match, and this one's tough. I mean, this is probably there's a few on here that
out of my sangria, in case anyone's wondering.
Really, really tough one here. So, number 16 for fans of Ted Lasso, it's Roy fucking Kent. Roy fucking Kent is our number 16 seed, and number 17, a regular on this stream, the Goomba.
Fuck, those two got put up against each other?
He's every fucking where. Roy, mother effing Kent.
See,
like seriously,
the Goomba though is a champion of a fallen capitalist society. So I mean, who's really? Is it really Roy Kent?
Listen, Roy Kent. Listen, the love I have for Roy Kent. He once hoped that someone would die of the incurable condition of being a little bitch, okay? He says the word fuck in the most beautiful way. He has a heart of gold, though, at the end of the day. He's a great footballer. He's a great coach. He's a great friend, a great boyfriend. He's great. We were all fans of him on What the Show. I would say, in my eyes, what has the Goomba really done for us, except for annoyed me in an airport for many hours? Roy Kent would
The Goomba has appeared on this show probably more times than anyone on this list, with one exception.
So
that's not the effing point.
So
does that make him a hero? Oh, I've appeared on this show more times than anyone on this list, but that doesn't make me a hero, now does it?
The Goomba sees the means of production.
Yeah, so Roy Kent is somebody I have to look up. Like, who even is that? The Goomba not only is on the show, the Goomba is in my heart at all times.
Oh, I am already fired up right now, y'all. The Goomba's getting this much love over Roy. I'm sorry, does the Goomba have a song? No. Roy Kent fucking does, though. Just saying.
The Goomba do have a song? Yeah, the Goombas have a song.
They do have a song.
They've got that little harmonica thing.
Does that really count? Are there words to that song? Man, I'm over all of you. I'm just kidding. This stream is about love tonight.
We know who Bethany's voted for.
Yeah,
AJ.
I think I've made it pretty clear.
AJ, for you. Juice.
I hate all of you.
I'll cast my vote in this. You can, if you YouTube the Goomba song, the fourth thing that comes up is.
Here we go.
Where is it? Come on. Why does it take so long to go from one thing? There it is. Super Mario Bros. Soundtrack 3, Walk the Dinosaur, The Goombas, featuring George Clinton.
George Clinton. Of
George
the part with Funkadelic. Yes.
Can I just say one more thing in defense of Roy Kent? Besides, he shouldn't need a defense because he's amazing. Is this? He also is portrayed by an impeccable, wonderful actor and wonderful man and podcaster, Brett Goldstein, who we literally stole his shtick for an episode to do a version of Films to Be Buried with. And it was a beautiful, heartfelt episode that we did here on this lovely show.
It was the
And
sound
you're
of me and
telling me-
Allison weeping.
Yeah, and you're telling me that does not at all sway you toward Roy Kent, Captain AJ Lancaster?
Not if we're going to have a super happy fun stream. Let's have a super happy fun stream.
With the Goombas. I admit defeat, the Goombas going on.
The Goomba advance.
Man. I just want to be known. I love you, Roy Kent, and your eyebrows and the way you say fuck. Okay, thank you. He's great.
All right. So, this is one that's going to really tear Bethany apart. We have.
I feel like this episode is actually just about attacking my feelings.
No, let's keep going.
The number 25 seed
Oh, God, okay.
won Wilrow Hood against the number 8 seed, Nick Cage.
Oh, fuck, it's Nick
Listen.
Cage.
I know that no one is going to agree with me here, just like the last fight. But I just want to give, because I know this is the only time we're going to get to argue for Wilbur Hood. I just want to give Wilbur Hood all the love. First of all, he saved ice cream. You're welcome, universe. You're welcome to the entire galaxy. Wilbur Hood single-handedly saved ice cream. Second of all, he is part of my favorite thing at Star Wars Celebration, which is the running of the hoods. And it's great. And it's all about community and love and being a hero. And what's more heroic than saving ice cream? One of the greatest foods in the entire galaxy. Sure, Nick Cage is a great actor. We're big fans of him here on this show. But did he save ice cream?
Can I give the counter? Nick Cage smooches good. That's
And I will point out our most viewed video on this channel is a Nick Cage video.
I don't know what it has to do with anything. Views does not equal being a hero.
I'm going Nick Cage.
Yep, I still don't know who is it. Uwe Boll? Who is the
Wilrow.
Will
He's in the background. Of
Juice,
the
why are
movie
you
and he's running with
personally
the ice cream.
attacking me tonight?
I'm
First
sorry,
you had to look up who Roy Kent is, and now you don't know who Wilbur Hood is?
How do you spell that?
Wilrow Hood. HOOD. Wilbur space Hood. He's in 5 whole seconds of Star Wars, and it's the best 5 seconds of Star Wars you will ever see.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, that's yeah.
He saved
Oh,
ice.
he's great.
He
He's
is
totally
great.
All right.
a what the show character, but it's.
Yes.
I mean, we and again, all the love in the world to Wilrow Hood, but it's Nick Cage.
Yeah.
We love you, Wilbur.
All right, so here we go. So somebody who's already been heavily featured on tonight's episode, the number 9 seed, Nicole Kidman, going against the number 24 seed, Nick Arcade contestant Michelle.
Listen, this is a hard one. This is hard.
Why do we have to put like the only 2 women in this bracket against each other?
I know.
Are
I don't
they?
think we passed the Bechdel test. Probably. Yep, I'm pretty sure. Oh, great. We've already knocked out one of the women. Who made this list? Him. Everyone, I want to go on record right now. Mike Deacon is a sexist. I would have never married him if he was. I'm kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. I love you.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, I would like to go off the record, and he is not. Anyways, okay. Here's the thing. This is a really difficult one for me. Because obviously Michelle from Nick Arcade gave us so
much.
She gave us so much and such little time. She gave us so much. She gave us Space Track. Her stupidity has really brought greatness to my life. But listen, I've spent so much more time with Nicole. We have discussed Nicole and her absolute fantastic pinstripe suit. Her heartbreak feels good in a place that I just feel like even though Michelle gave us so much in such little time, the bond that I have with Nicole can't go unnoticed. And I'm going to go ahead and lock in for Nicole here.
These are questions about movies that take place in the past. Okay? Question is, what movie begins with the words appearing on the screen a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Space Track? Space Track? Space Track? No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Red Team, do you know? Star Trek? Star Trek? Ooh, no. Oh, both of them are so close. It's Star Wars. Ooh, Luke. The Force. Okay,
Again, we salute you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you so much for not knowing anything about Star Wars.
But Nicole Kidman's going on.
Nicole Kidman. I mean, come on. Come on.
Winner, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
I'm still just really sad that we've now knocked out our only other woman, but it's fine. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So, Juice, you're going to want to pay attention to this one.
I hope Juice is paying attention to all of them.
Well, yes. But
I'm trying to get caught up because I didn't know how to spell Wilbur Hood.
Our number 21 seed, it's Charles in Charge.
Ew! I'm excited to hear him argue this.
Going against the number 12 seed, somebody who is featured prominently on an episode of What the Show, NASCAR Aloe.
Oh,
It's a lot of tough decisions.
man. That's like that could be a final rounder right there.
This is true. Michelle, wherever you are, I bet you know a lot more about Star Wars now.
Man, that's tough.
Charles in Charge, Juice can definitely pitch in the best, but NASCAR Aloe for about...
Pedro Pascal is amazing in that movie. Anyways,
that is true.
I'm getting distracted. Back to Charles in Charge.
But Charles in Charge is what it is. But NASCAR Aloe, I think my description of what happened of him on stage took longer than him actually being on stage. And it was such a special, special moment. I totally regret not filming the whole thing because I didn't know who he was prior to seeing him. But as much as Charles in Charge has come up, I just feel like the amount of joy we've taken from NASCAR Aloe might surpass Charles.
The amount of joy that Charles in Charge brings to my friend, Justin the Juice, cannot be surpassed. Okay, I'm here to make my friend happy. Also, can you please tell me the name of the DJ for NASCAR Aloe?
Oh, Miyagi.
Which doesn't that, in a sense, make him kind of a Daniel LaRusso? And what do we not like on this show? LaRussos. So for that reason, I'm sorry, NASCAR Aloe, but I'm gonna go with Charles in Charge.
I gotta go. I want to hear Juice talk about some Charles in Charge episodes later in this bracket. So Charles in Charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Charles in Charge. I think Charles in Charge is officially advancing.
I was gonna go NASCAR Aloe. No,
I was gonna go NASCAR Aloe too.
You motherfucker.
So I do very much enjoy a good NASCAR Aloe, but no, Charles in Charge has a special place in my heart, and I'd like to have an episode ready for each matchup that we might face, but for this one, man, I mean, there's an episode where like the young son like tricks him and Buddy, who are like representing everyone in the family to be like college students that are fighting in like this trivia tournament, and then like whoever's grade wins gets some prize or something. And so they tricks him to be like, oh, the other kid never wins anything, so you should throw the fight. And then so he gets them to both throw the fight, and then this like the guy that's in charge of the little kids team, he ends up winning, even though he's like dumb. Charles is smart. So I just kind of think NASCAR Al could be like that kind of like, I could see him tricking somebody into like something, and then Charles gets screwed out of it. But Charles wins because he's Charles. Anyway, I didn't understand any of that, but
I think
you gotta put down the Appletinian.
Somehow. So Charles in charge is advancing, correct?
I think we're tied.
No, he was joking. He's voting for
All right,
Charles.
Charles in charge.
Yeah.
You just
Charles
told
in
me he
charge.
died.
Charles in charge advances to the next round. And who will Charles in charge play? It will either be our number. Oh boy. All right. So our number 28 seed is all of Juice's recent bar guests. And they've delivered some doozies. It's going to be one-sided. Number 5 seed. Yeehaw! Dwayne Robertson.
Number
Wow.
7.
Okay. I just want to get this out of the way that I don't know where any of these people were on January 6th. Any of them.
That's
Listen,
true.
Fair. That's a fair thing. I mean, y'all, I've thoroughly enjoyed all of Juice's bar guest stories, and these people have just been very entertaining. But can any of them lasso another human being on ice?
They can barely walk.
/ also line dance in skates on ice? I don't think so. You know who can? Dwayne Robertson.
But Juice's bar guests can get Weekend at Bernie'd out of there.
Listen, Dwayne Robertson, number 7, born and raised in Austin, Texas, aka also known as Rancher Dwayne,
Rancher Dwayne
is an absolute godsend. Okay, he is a hero, an absolute pro with a lasso. He's an absolute.
He's an icon to the show.
He's an icon. How many times have we pulled up the Yeehaw lasso gif on this show? Many a time.
Justin, your thoughts?
It's true. So yeah, I don't think we can have my bar guests advance, but I guess we could just take this time to tell the quick stories of them, explain why they're on here, and then give it to Dwayne. But so it started with basically it was a week of very weird things. So there are these 4 guys that came in at like basically the open, which is 5 p.m. currently, and they were basically there till like the end. But like they were, they're just hanging out, getting drunk, whatever. And then like they're having this discussion of like whether or not I look like Jack Black. And then this one guy is like, he is a better looking Jack Black to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And it really wasn't that big of a deal and that great of a story that we're going to get to. But I was like on a bike ride the next day and I just randomly text our group chat. And I'm like, hey, we should add that guy to the heroes list. Little did I know I was going to have a lot more interesting bar guests come up. So like,
Yes.
the next day, I show up, and as I get like my keys from like the security like dispatch office, he hands me this email, like a printed out copy of an email, and he's like, "Just so you know, you have to be on this lookout for this guy who's currently like locked, quarantined in his room. Like you are not like this guy's not allowed to have any alcohol." And we're like, "Man, if you like, we have a very like." Lax resort. Like if you get like kicked out,
you did
something pretty we find out there was this guy that was like brought on with a group to golf, and he was basically at the bar slamming double vodkas at 7:30 a.m. He was getting hammered. He was hammered at by 1:30 p.m. and had to get carried from the golf course to his room.
Seriously.
Yeah. So then at the end, later at the night, I have this guy who's like, oh, I'll take a Manhattan. Like, make him a Manhattan. 20 minutes later, take a Manhattan. All right, you got it. 5 minutes later, I'll have a Manhattan. I'm like, oh, okay.
Listen, he knew what he was about.
So like, this guy, he's an old guy. I mean, he should know what he can handle. Here you go. I hadn't even like finished washing my tools. Like, they were still like going around the dishwasher. He's like, I'll take another. And I'm like, oh boy. So then like half hour later, his friends are Weekend at Bernie carrying him back to his room. Like, he is
It was
like
the first guy
looked
in a
like
mustache.
Yeah. We love you, bar guests, but we got to advance.
Well, we gotta. Yeehaw!
Yeah. It was awesome. But yeah.
All right. Legends,
So-
all of them.
I'm sorry in advance on the next one because we're about to have a real serious discussion here because we have two very, very, very popular components of this show going against each other.
I'm nervous.
So this is going to be our number. We have the number 13 seed, Mr. Toad,
My boy.
against our number 20 seed, The Map.
Dun, 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 dun. The plot thickens. Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, my God. There it
There
is.
it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Listen, y'all know how. Oh, look at y'all know how much I love the map. Has been such a staple on this show. It really has. I love the map, but we have discussed getting Mr. Toad matching tattoos. Mr. Toad has brought us so much joy. I can't wait to one day take AJ on Mr. Toad. He's the only one who has not got to experience it with us yet. So the map gets points because we've experienced it all together. So it does get some points, but like the amount of love I have in my heart for Mr. Toad and the amount of joy he has brought and the joy he has brought on the stream and the talk of going and riding it 40 times and the thoughts of getting matching tattoos.
I have a statement on this.
I might have to give it to Mr. Toad.
The map does not lead you to hell. Mr. Toad does.
Well, there are some places on
Bring
it
up the map.
hell like. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? AJ is the only person who has not done.
Have you ever been to
Toad.
Council Bluffs, Iowa?
Does that help?
No, but it
Council
doesn't
Bluffs,
sound like a
Iowa
good time.
is on this map. It's not labeled, but Iowa is labeled on the map. And to say that this map couldn't lead you to hell, it could lead you to Council Bluffs, Iowa. With that said, we gotta do Mr. Toad.
It's Mr. Toad for me too.
Yeah, the map bit is one of the most legendary bits we've ever done, but Mr. Toad is eternal. So
Yeah, I said, oh shoot, hang on.
We going unanimous on that? Unanimous Toad.
Yeah, we'll talk about. We'll talk about.
We get to keep talking about Mr. Toad.
later.
we gotta do some
Toad has
Toad,
fans.
homie.
But man,
All right.
can we all just pour one out for the map because we have some hardcore love for the map on this show.
Yeah,
All right,
I
so
mean, that's
The left,
Cheers to
the left side of the bracket's about to be concluded.
We're doing good, guys. Sort of.
Yep, Nuni, you keep on. Let's power through.
We are doing okay on time.
We are not.
So the if I'm not mistaken, yes, the only store to make our list, our number 29 seed is Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm sorry, this is going to be one-sided. I'm so sorry, Dick's Sporting Goods, because number 4 is Hollywood's James Raymar.
We're all going to be able to argue Raymar later. So
You're a jabroni.
go ahead and take a brief moment to appreciate Dick's Sporting
Dick's
Goods.
Sporting Goods was probably the most ridiculous 15 seconds the show has ever experienced.
I don't know. Is that a lot? That's saying something. But it's up there.
You got to
It's
put
way
down
up.
the Appletini.
Well, yeah.
It was a fantastic moment. Yeah, most definitely.
It was a wonderful moment, and it's something that we'll probably come back and revisit. But it's Hollywood's James Raymar.
It's Hollywood.
remember it.
You don't wait. We can pull it up. Juice, you're quicker on this than all of us.
Do we have
go to the
this
Loki
list
stream.
ready?
Go to the Loki
Did we
stream.
timestamp it?
It's timestamped in the comments. I mean, yes. Everybody,
We can
yes.
just
Raymar
retell
is
it,
going on.
Loki stream with the show, and our show doesn't come up.
but-
Isn't that frustrating?
We can just retell it real quick.
no. We can't retell. That moment has to be.
It's better if you.
That moment
watch
needs
it.
to be
Oh, yeah,
shown
okay, quick.
Remember when we brought up Kelsey for the Loki stream?
for all of 7 seconds. She was on.
Poor Kelsey. Oh, she was such a good sport about that. That was funny.
She immediately.
She
agreed
was
with
so
it.
happy that she didn't actually have to do a
Have
Loki
to
stream.
discuss Loki again for the
it. Yeah, she's like, yeah, I don't have to talk about it. I got brought up for 7 seconds and I was done.
I will do that
Honestly,
between my other 2 Loki streams on a Wednesday night. That was
Wow.
literally her schedule.
Lots of it. That's
Kelsey
like when Mortal
Kirkwood, you
Kombat
legend.
came out and Mike was
I was
doing
hero.
nothing but doing Mortal Kombat streams.
Yep.
Speaking of Loki, here, this is what we can do to fill the time while Juice brings that up.
I got it.
Got my Funko Pop.
I need a shave.
This is riveting. I got Alligator Loki. I'm very excited about it. Look at him. Look at how cute he is. He's very glary right now, but that's what he looks like. Look how cute he is.
All right, Juice, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Good.
Oh, look how light my hair is.
You ever been to a Dick's Sporting Goods store and just walked in there and we're like, wow, this place is big?
No. I just loved how much it cracked up Juice.
Yeah, AJ too.
I'm just holding it back. Whatever comes next.
Your baby AJ.
Not where I was expecting that to go at all.
Oh,
It's good.
I love Wednesday. You're great at this.
Holy crap.
Well, so we first moved to Wednesday.
That was our first Wednesday
Oh
stream.
yeah.
Aww.
Really,
guys,
really
that's
need to
cool.
shave my face soon. That's what I see there.
You're going to be miserable in Orlando.
I like that. You look very distinguished, though, right now, EJ.
All right, so
Like an
the
old
left
sea
side of the bracket
captain.
has been filled, so we're moving to the right side of the bracket.
How long have we been on this rock boil? 5 days, 2 weeks. Help me to recollect. How did Willem Dafoe? Sorry.
So we are going to go to our number 30 seed, and that, of course, is the reason we got our very first copyright strike.
Yeah.
And that is the alternate ending to Titanic. Legendary moment.
It was.
It's about to get its ass kicked
Truly.
because the number 3 seed is Brother Lomas.
Okay, listen. We're going to obviously argue about how great Brother Lomas is later because he's going to advance. But can we all just take a moment to appreciate the alternative ending to Titanic for not only getting us our first copyright strike, but in the middle of a video game. It was a video game movie stream, so nothing to do with Titanic, and we brought that clip in. And also, it features the line, "That really sucked, lady."
That really sucked, lady.
Which is great, and that's
Okay.
it. That's all I have to say.
This brings up the question, though. If you gave the lady from Titanic a sword, do you think that she could beat Brother Lomas in a fight?
No.
No.
Okay. Then yeah, it's
I'll get the
Lomas.
one for later. Yeah, it's Lomas. But man,
I mean,
honestly,
it's Lomas.
everyone do yourself a favor if you have not seen it yet. If you weren't with us on that infamous night, please go look up the alternative ending.
Our
to
very
Titanic.
first copyright strike.
You will not regret it. Thank you. Yeah, you really never do forget your first copyright strike, honestly. And it was such a it'll hold a special place in our heart forever. So thank you, Titanic alternate ending. But Lomas moves on.
Yeah,
obviously.
Lomas has to go on. All right, so we've got the 19 versus the 14. So the 19 is somebody who's recently been on our show quite a bit, and that is from The Simpsons, Mark McGuire.
Dangers.
Hitting some dingers, socking some dingers. And yeah, there we are. Yeah. One of the most pure moments our show has ever had is going to get the number 14 seed. And that is the combination of Jason Sudeikis and Will Forte, in particular when they covered Shallow.
Listen, that holds a very special place in my heart, a very special place on this show. Jason Sudeikis and Will Forte are absolute icons. And when they hit those high notes in the shallow,
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
That was
So,
a magical moment on this show.
I gotta give it to that personally. The Dingers is fun. Dingers GIF is fun, but I gotta give it to Forte and Sudeikis. I'm gonna let
They
you
hit.
refill my wine.
They hit those high notes, but do they hit the dingers? No, I do not. Nothing is better than Big Mark McGuire hitting dingers. That it doesn't get better than that.
Dingers.
Cardinals uniform, the most beautiful uniform. He's got his nice red goatee. He has Big Macland section of Busch Stadium named after him. Definitely not named after the McDonald's sandwich.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful.
And his arms are in perfect actual real life ratio to his head at the moment.
Right.
However, it's gotta be Sudeikis and Farrell. Not what did I say? Forte. But yeah, it's gotta be them.
Sudeikis and Forte was like probably the most like genuine happiness I've seen from the four of us simultaneously, and the chat was just like, not that we are ever negative on the show, but everybody just simultaneously had a moment of just euphoria when that happened.
I think AJ cried a little.
You did?
Yes, it did. It absolutely did.
Yeah, I mean that's getting my vote too.
Hell yeah. I like that you put up a good fight for the Dingers, though.
It's not not going well with typing in Sudeikis Forte into the bracket. So
how about Jason/Will?
Yeah, do that.
All right. Ooh, okay. We're going to move on to the 22 versus 11 match. So, at number 22, we have another Hollywood legend, the star of Collision, Frank Grillo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
But at number 11, we have somebody who's been on the show a few times, and that is the lead singer of the band, Dixie Dumhole.
Okay, Dixie Dumhole is a great bit. It's a wonderful bit, but here's the thing with Frank Grillo is that we not only have Collision, which is one of the best bits we've ever done. And that movie, how is that movie actually fucking good? I don't get it.
In a weird
But
way,
here's the other
it's
thing.
kind of
We
okay.
also get
It's
Frank.
okay. It's
We get Frank
bad.
Grillo in general, which includes
good.
Frank Grillo. That includes Frank Grillo in Warrior. You don't knock him out. You don't have a home.
True.
However, I feel like it would have been better for us, instead of putting Frank Grillo on there, to put the movie guys on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but I can't argue against the movie.
Probably.
how would I ever be able to argue against the two?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love.
Which is very fair.
Listen, this is a tough one because I do think our Collision bit was some of our best work. Not to toot our own horn, but we're tooting our own horn. But Dixie Dumhole does. I mean, he's just,
You know, one of the worst thing about it is that damn song gets stuck in my head sometimes because it's actually catchy.
He does sing it quite often, actually, and then it gets stuck in my head.
Do you sing it when you're looking for your dope?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
my fucking dope.
Where's my fucking dope?
45
Where's my
minutes.
fucking-
He was outside.
Waiting outside Bob's Big Boy. 45 minutes. It ain't like I got
I don't know.
nothing
I'm
better
gonna
to
give
do.
it. Listen, here's why Dixie Dumhole gets the slight edge. It's for the guy who literally went and adjusted his mic.
The roadie.
Yeah, the fact that Dixie Dumhole has a roadie is giving him. I'm locking in my vote. I'm going Dixie Dumhole.
Okay, before you lock in your vote, do we want to advance somebody in the heroes bracket who played in front of a Confederate flag?
Listen, I know. When you put it that way, AJ, it makes me feel terrible. And he has the word Dixie in his name, which is not cool.
The counterpoint, by hero, it's somebody who has entertained us.
Yes, he is the hero in which how we have interpreted his work on our show. And maybe he's a hero, and for all we know, sure, he may have been at the Capitol on January 6th, but he may have turned himself around.
I don't think he was there, though. He was not there for the reasons he was looking for his dope.
Well, I like to think, in my perfect world, he is a hero because he has reformed himself. He has learned from his mistakes. He no longer, is performing in front of Confederate flags. He went ahead and has gotten clean and is no longer looking for his dope. That's what in a perfect world, I hope that he's out there doing wonderful things and he's gotten clean and he's doing well for himself. So I'm going to vote for him.
Juice.
Yeah, I'm going Dixie Dumhole. Just because it's fun to type Dumhole.
Okay.
Good enough reason.
All right, so the Dixie Dumhole singer has advanced to the next round.
We need to explain this bit to the action guys and let them know what happened.
Yes. Also,
someone tweet them right now. Anybody who's watching this, tweet that Frank Grillo just lost to the singer from Dixie Dumhole.
Also, I just wanted to be known. I lost my train of thought. She said Dumhole again. Nope, it'll probably come back to me. Maybe not. Who knows?
All right, so AJ, you're gonna have some interest. You have some stakes in this one, I believe. So do you, Juice, actually. So actually, I'm going to let both of you argue your points because I feel like this is a match for the two of you. Our number 27 seed is Juice's Can of Raid.
Oh. Ooh.
Going against our number 6 seed.
Oh, yeah.
Let the conversation begin.
Let it begin. Garth Brooks. Please, gentlemen, opening arguments by all means.
I'll yield.
This thing defended me when no one else could. This thing defended me when no one else would. I was there, a man, lost in my own apartment. Flies were coming at every direction, and I didn't know what to do. And then I hit the tipping point. My collection of bourbon. I walked over, and there were flies all over them. Flies were trying to get into the sweet corn.
Those bastards.
And I said, enough is enough. They've flown their last fly. It's the last straw. I went in, put on my boots, put on my holster, and I said, "Get off my bourbon, you varmints!"
Someone make that again.
Now here's the thing.
This thing saved my life.
And you threw it on the ground.
You in that moment. And if it were you, and I initially said that you should have been a hero in this bracket. I did.
We did. We
But then we couldn't argue against you. He would have won.
There's no way Juice wouldn't have won. He would have beaten Adam.
But that can, in and of itself, is a tool of genocide. You know what Garth Brooks is? A tool of conversation.
Raw stuff. Slick stuff.
The more I think about it, it's tearing down the walls between me and you. I really like that. When he influences the stuff that we're going to post, it's cool stuff, slick stuff. Most of it's raw stuff like this. Whether it's coming from your homes to mine or this hotel room. Well, hey, for thinking this is a conversation, I think we need to let the conversation begin.
I think in my eyes the conversation has to continue because I'm sorry, Juice, but I gotta go.
Juice,
I gotta
listen,
go.
I would
That's
like
all
to
right.
really give a special shout out to that can of Raid for what it helped you accomplish in getting the flies that are probably still under your table because you only vacuum twice a year, as we learned last week. And I'm so sorry again, Justice, for the bourbon. I'm sorry for what happened to your bourbon. I appreciate the Raid for helping you in such a heroic act, but the fact that AJ literally scammed a scammer with the Garth Brooks thing, and we discussed it on this show, and it was a beautiful moment, and how much
accidentally solicited them for sex.
yes, that too. For all those reasons and more, it's got to be Garth Brooks.
It's true.
No, Garth Brooks
Fair
to the
enough.
next round.
To friends
I
in
mean-
low places.
So true, though. So friends in low places. If that ain't this motley crew.
Well, there is the next one is the one that I think for me personally, I literally got all the names that we did and I ranked them and I just went through the brackets and found okay, what's the right matchups and everything based on just the numbers that I ranked them in. So we have our 10 versus 23. And I saw this and was like, fuck.
That's what counts.
Because our number 23 seed is a personal hero of mine, Mr. Mike Carlson, who we desperately need to get on this show.
Hashtag Botanicus. Yes.
Botanicus.
But he's going against number 10, and that's Moonfall.
For me, this is easy. As much as I love mega structures, Mike Carlson is a living legend. He
So is Moonfall.
understands the greatness that is E.T. the Ride, which
So does
means a lot to
Moonfall.
us here on this show as well. We're all going to be experiencing it. Come on, y'all. It's fucking Mike Carlson. Mike Carlson, locked in.
Juice, what's your familiarity with Mike Carlson?
He's
Oh no, he's not on screen right now, and I had my thing open in another window. So here's my thing. You know what Moonfall didn't have that Mike Carlson did?
Mhm.
Multiple streams debating puppets.
Damn
Now,
straight.
It would have made Moonfall if there were puppets.
You somehow figured
Different
out.
story.
Dude, wait, he just figured out how to make Moonfall even better.
In the sequel, because it's totally getting made, not. There better be puppets.
Oh yeah. So if there were puppets, I would have to go Moonfall.
Yeah, different story. Yeah.
But I have to go Mike Carlson.
Mhm.
Mostly because I wanted to elect the puppet. Felted Friend. Because of Cucumber and the other one. I wanted to elect the puppet from Some More News, but I haven't introduced you guys to Warmbow yet. Warmbow is amazing, but in honor of Felted Friends, I am voting Mike Carlson.
Juice.
What say you?
I haven't seen Moonfall, but I have seen Screen Junkies movie fights, and I have to go Mike Carlson.
You do need to watch
Now,
Moonfall.
I
know.
I will give Moonfall, like, I was also going to vote for Carlson. It was going to be unanimous, but Moonfall had a very special place in my heart. That's a masterclass in filmmaking, and it is everything it was supposed to be, and maybe more. And I love my mega structures, but Mike Carlson's the homie. So Mike Carlson's going on.
It's true.
All right.
I watched that man talk about the pre-show to Flight of Passage for like 2 hours, and I'm going to be honest, it was some of the best 2 hours of my life.
It's engrossing.
So our next match are both related to vacations that we have taken.
Oh,
So our first one is our number 26 seed, and that's somebody that Bethy and I encountered in Disneyland.
oh yes.
You want
I'm gonna again. I don't know how much of a fighting chance she has, but I feel like she needs to be recognized here. We discussed this on our LA trip recap video as well, but the cast member who told the lady that she had moved someone's stroller to stroller parking where it belonged. She's an absolute fucking legend, is what she is. And she
My
was
stroller's
working
not here.
outside of Mr. Toad, which is the greatest ride of all time, except for E.T., which is also the greatest ride. They're tied, you see. And so this lady that walked out and was like, my stroller isn't here. Where did you park it, ma'am? Right there. Oh, where it says no stroller parking? Yeah, we moved it to stroller parking. We salute you. We salute you, ma'am. You are an absolute living legend, and you are a hero.
And our number 7 seed, somebody who AJ directly dealt with, and that is the 7-Eleven convenience clerk.
Oh, the 7-Eleven convenience clerk who sold AJ watermelon.
There it is.
For anybody unfamiliar, during that same Saturday night where we met John Carlo.
What a weekend. What a night.
On the way back.
What a night.
No, was it that night? I think it was that night.
It was that night.
Okay.
Probably, possibly, if not the night before, maybe.
So,
I think it
we
was
stopped,
that night.
We stopped at 7-Eleven to get some drinks. It's just Jeff and I in an Uber. Jeff had some craziness going on in his city. So I go in and I'm grabbing just a bunch of beer and seltzers and stuff. And then I realized I've mostly just seen Mike drink whiskey. I should just at least grab like a bottle of Jack Daniels, right? So I asked the clerk for a bottle of Jack Daniels. Didn't know that you can't buy liquor in gas stations.
Nope,
so yeah,
We don't have that.
About that. And so he said, we don't have Jack Daniels, but we have watermelon smash. He's very confused.
He probably got a bonus for saying that.
Oh,
Probably got a great laugh. Because like my response was, now think about this. They had a sleeve with 6 left in it, and then they had a sleeve of 10. To which I said, I'll take 8. That said, that man is not a hero. The lady, the Disney cast member, that's the hero. That's that to me. That's the hero. Like,
she's a hero. I mean, I love that clerk introduced us to Watermelon Smash, but I gotta go Disneyland cast member.
Pure heroics. That's a winner.
Yeah.
I'm going devil's advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Guy gets the vote.
Oh, yeah. Mike and I are on the same page. Definitely.
Going to the chat.
because if you ever work retail, you hate doing like the upsell or like the, obviously that's not an upsell, but like you hate doing like that, having to go the extra mile. You hate when corporate tells you, hey, try and sell this or whatever, or ask if they want to swipe the rewards card. You know, it's like you hate doing that stuff.
Yep.
So for him to like actually like just, he could have just said no. We don't have Jack Daniels. Sorry. But no, he went above and beyond and offered something that he knew nobody wanted, but everybody needs. And it was.
And that it's a
Great.
frosty.
I wonder if that was like a
room
bet or something.
temperature.
Like, I bet you can't sell one of
Grape
those today.
wine.
Oh, you're on. Look at this idiot. I'm going to sell him it.
So I think we're tied.
We're split. We have our first tie of the evening. What great 2 heroes to have a tie. We're gonna need. We have a minute on the clock. We're gonna go to the chat here.
We're tied now.
We're tied so far. So everyone
1-1.
get in your responses of who you think.
Do you want the
Disneyland
7-Eleven
cast
clerk
member
or the Disney cast member?
or
Just
7-Eleven
one
clerk?
second. Just 1 second here.
All right. So
Is he going to like get another,
is he
log
getting
into
watermelon
another
smash?
channel? To,
Yeah, am I allowed to vote again in the chat? I'm just kidding.
yeah.
All right. So we are tied 1-1 right now. We got about 30 seconds left on the.
Listen, do you know how much hospitality workers have had to go through? Yeah, I'm not down the
It
retail
is,
workers.
they don't call it horse brutality for a reason.
But particularly in these last couple of years, in the middle of a global pandemic, when people have lost their goddamn minds, and the fact that lady was just like,
We're at watermelon smash up 2-1 right now.
that she just like put this, lady in her place, and she was just, oh my god, chef's kiss.
Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watermelon Smash. The 7-Eleven clerk has advanced.
I knew she probably didn't stand much of a chance. She is an absolute
She deserves
legend,
all the love in the
She's
world.
great.
a hero. All people who work in
Yep.
hospitality, salute. All people that have to work at Disney. You want to know who is braver than just about anyone in the entire world? People that have to do crowd control for a fireworks show at the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
If you can do that, you can do fucking anything. And I stand by that. People that do crowd control at the Magic Kingdom during fireworks should run for president, because I'm telling you, it would be a breeze. The presidency would be a breeze in comparison to doing that. I rest my case. Thank you.
All right, we got 2 more first round matches. So let's get through these. First up, we have the 15 versus 18 seed. Now, this is going to be another tough one. Number 18 seed has been the subject of a briefly lived sideshow on What the Show, and that is our buddy Air Bud.
Yes.
Air Bud.
But somebody who has fairly recently started making his appearances on the show and has become a cornerstone of the What the Show community right now. And that, of course, is from Street Fighter, E Honda. So, I mean, yeah. And I mean, right there, that's my vote.
Now, here's the thing. Air Bud could kick his fucking ass in a sumo
Have
fight.
you
You
seen
know
the
it.
100 hand
You
slap?
know.
When you're hammered drunk at 2 a.m. and playing against somebody who's using E Honda, he's impossible to beat.
This dog is possessed by the ghost of Josh Fram's dead dad, who was an Air Force pilot. Like, this is everything we need. This is Top Gun as a dog. He could do that. He could do that shit. He could be a kick-ass sumo fighter.
I actually now want to see Air Bud and like a Top Gun. Like
Air
Just Danger Zone glaring and he's an Air Bud.
He's got like aviators on and it's
Top
like his little golden
Bud.
retriever
Oh,
paws.
Top Bud. Oh shit.
Yes.
Top
Somebody
dog.
make this happen.
Top Air Bud top dog.
Air Bud top dog would be.
There you go. That's it. That's the winner.
Okay.
All right. With that said, God, I love Air Bud and I love what he has meant to this show and the Air Bud cinematic universe. And I would like to see Air Bud top dog, but E Honda with the salt. Every time it cracks me out. So I think I gotta go. Did you Yeah. Did you just spray the raid juice?
Yeah.
Are there flies in there right now?
Did the salt attract the flies?
Yeah. What happened?
Oh,
Anyways.
with
I'm locking in E Honda. Juice, what say you?
yeah, I got it. The salt's been a great bit, and I've got. And it was funny coming about the discovery. Well, the story of how that was discovered was, because it was for the not the Dak. I keep calling him Dak Shepard. No, the cheaper by the dozen. Right. So there was an E Honda one apparently. So I'm like, and that was the first like GIF or whatever, like picture like this where it pops into the screen with us.
Right.
So I'm like, so you guys are all like, oh no, that's not the first one. There was an E Honda one. I'm like, oh, there was an E Honda one. So I go E Honda transparent GIF, and this comes up.
That's one.
So I got a special place in my heart.
All right. So I think that's 3 votes for E Honda. So
Listen, we appreciate that, Danny. Whatever keeps you watching.
it's 99% of the reason I come back to host.
It's so true. We
But
love
here's the
this
thing.
all.
The 4th Air Bud movie is about GM soldiers.
You never released that. That's recorded and it's still not released.
Yeah, release that. Maybe if
On
you
a
would have
con.
released that, AJ, this would be a different story.
Fine.
We love the Air Bud cinematic universe.
We have one more round 1 matchup.
Oh God, we're still in round 1. We're
All
getting
right,
there, guys. We're getting there.
The number 31 seed is something that all 4 of us hold near and dear to our hearts. And it goes back to our Orlando trip, and that is the Disco H2O.
Oh, impeccable drink. Also, the moment where AJ almost made me cry because he went and got me Skittles for it. Anyways, not gonna cry tonight. It's fine. Whew.
We might have to go back and get them again.
We probably
Yeah, I think
will.
we get a
though.
bar crawl for it. Yeah.
However,
It's going up against some really tough competition.
it's going against the 2 seed. I mean, I'm so sorry, Disco H2O, but you're about to get roundhouse kicked to the face by Johnny Lawrence.
I'm just saying, I met one of these people this past weekend. The other thing I did not get to encounter this weekend. So for that reason, I'm gonna go Johnny Lawrence. We're gonna. Oh, so it's very close. I can't see if this is in frame or not, but
Yeah, you're in front.
that happened this weekend, and it was great. 10 out of 10.
Johnny Lawrence is the reason I know you people.
Yep, that's true.
Because like I signed up for a free trial for what was the time YouTube Red, not YouTube Premium, to watch the first couple episodes of Cobra Kai because I thought the show was kind of bogus. I was just gonna laugh through it. It was really good, right? And then I got addicted to Film YouTube, Collider, all that shit. Got addicted to the Schmodown, and then then the pandemic happened. Ipso facto, I fucking owe Johnny Lawrence all
So
y'all
true.
motherfuckers. So Johnny Lawrence. As much as Disco H2O means to our friendship, that means more to me.
That is true. I'm sorry to say, John Machina, that he's not in this.
But we have gotten through the first round.
And yes, we were at MegaCon.
And I have the bracket ready for the update.
All right. So here we go. Juice is going to bring up the bracket. There we are.
There we are.
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
So we got some fun round 2 matchups coming up. So
Nicole versus Nick Cage.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, isn't it?
Before we get
the first round is like the first half of this stream. Let's face it.
There's 31 total matches, and we did 16 of them. So
yeah,
I'm gonna be straight up. Does anyone else here really need to take a piss?
Go for it.
I went during Moonfall.
Okay, I was gonna say, if we
I don't have a
all
horse in
wanted
this
to
race.
leave the screen,
the
leave
moon
an
was
empty
still
screen
leaving falling.
as we're starting to gain viewers, and then just do a bathroom break and come back, that'd be like such a. Anyways, we've done that before. I just remembered.
Giancarlo Stanton is not in this.
It's Giancarlo, the bartender from Royal
we
Pacific.
don't know Giancarlo's last name, to be perfectly honest.
I think you like stalk him on Facebook or something.
That's maybe a little creepy.
Oh.
I wonder if I could find I say, and then I'm like, let me see actually. So yeah, the two of you vamp while AJ takes a piss, and I attempt to stalk Giancarlo, our very favorite bartender.
So
of these, which was the biggest upset you think so far?
So far, I'm going to say the biggest upset is probably. I'm led to say it might be Charles in Charge over NASCAR Allo.
Yeah.
I think that might be the biggest upset so far. There's nothing else on here that was shocking to me, but I think if I had to make my early predictions, that would have been the biggest upset to me.
Yeah, I agree.
So something that I'll bring up to Juice and to the chat and everything. We might be having a little gathering of what the show soon, and the lobby bar of the hotel we're staying at has the ripple effect that you can put the pictures into the foam of any drink you order. How many drinks are we going to have with either James Raymar or PLD's face on them that we're just like, here we go?
You got to put down the Appletini.
Can we have an Appletini?
Oh my God, we need to get an Appletini with James Remar's face in it.
Yes. I don't think I can find Giancarlo, sadly.
No.
But
we'll figure it out.
Very sad.
we'll figure it out.
We're
gonna find him.
We're gonna find him in person again soon. So that's the biggest, the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
In about 2 weeks. So So we don't have anything planned next week, but as of yet, because we are doing next week. The week after, we're not doing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Next week, do we role play the winner versus the winners tomorrow or next week?
I think yes, that's what we were doing. We had the winners, and we had to create a buddy
Role-play
comedy
scenario.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to round number 2.
Let's go.
All right. So our first matchup, it is our homie the Goomba, and he's going against the purveyor of the side table, Giancarlo.
Giancarlo, done, over. No way does the Goomba beat my boy, Giancarlo.
See, the thing is, like, when you guys remember the beloved American film, the Mario movie, Super Mario Brothers the movie, sorry, where it wasn't the fungus that was actually like the king, like it wasn't what actually did it, was Mario. Mario did it with the help of the Goombas. Goombas were us. It was they seized the means of production against not just one, but 2 Donald Trump style villains in the same fucking movie, right? They had 2 separate Donald Trumps in this movie as the bad guys. He defeated 2. They helped defeat 2 Donald Trumps. I mean, Giancarlo, he's amazing, but that's my case.
So what I have to say about this is there's a love story that takes place within one of these 2 things. And it's about a boy
Mario movie
and his chair.
Yeah.
And that chair was disrupted by one Giancarlo. I think Giancarlo is a villain, and I think the side table and Juice was the true heroes, and Giancarlo broke that up, and I no longer could be with my side table. Giancarlo is the villain of this story, not the hero.
We're going to the chat on this one.
Giancarlo or Goombas, chat, don't let me down. It's Giancarlo. Okay, can I tell everyone, now that I know that Giancarlo, well, I've got this minute here on the clock. Giancarlo served us, our whole group, and then just Mike and I went months later. And he remembered us.
7 months later.
Not only did he remember us, he remembered the cocktail I ordered 7 months prior. Where we sat. The fact that we were with a group and we were only by ourselves that evening. And then also that I had modified the cocktail. He's like, yes, you got this, but without that. Tell me a better freaking bartender. Except for Juice, obviously. Juice is our number 1. But like, this man is a absolute legend.
He is a tool of the bourgeoisie and the Goombas of the proletariat.
Do I recall telling a certain chat that we were with Giancarlo, and somebody
on this stream was very excited about it.
And might have actually Venmoed me money to tip him.
Yes. So I know that someone actually thinks he's a hero.
Do that.
All right.
It's 3-1 right now.
A minute.
You got about like 10 seconds left.
About 10 seconds to get in your votes.
Fine.
Here, everybody.
Why do I always lose these?
I think you won the last time.
You did win the last time,
No.
But Giancarlo just won this round.
So yeah, celebrate this poor bartender.
Go watch the Mario movie and think about it critically. There are 2 separate Donald Trump villains in that movie. I swear to God.
Well, Giancarlo advances. Thank you, chat. I appreciate your hard work.
Well,
thank you, William. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Jeremy, for coming through on this very important decision. Giancarlo.
Danny, you the homie.
Danny, I still love you.
So now we have 2 screen legends. Both begin with the same.
Nicks.
We have Nicole Kidman and Nick Cage.
Listen,
Stuff.
I might stand alone here, but I'm going Nicole Kidman because come on, y'all. Heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
Has Nicole Kidman ever done LSD?
But can she actually do that in a movie that helped me get over the actual death of my father? Sorry. Boom. That's all one.
Well, now I can't argue against that, AJ. Thanks.
Yep. Nicole Kidman never did LSD with The Mandalorian and then watched Paddington 2.
Fine.
These
I
are
admit
facts.
defeat. But Nicole, she
No,
is the
not
only
just did
female
LSD.
left on this stream or on this list.
Not only did he do LSD, they got a vial of LSD. Like the actual amount that they took, they would still be seeing tracers right now.
No,
All right. I mean, yeah, we're going to Cage. We won't prolong it.
So sorry.
I just
No,
want
no,
to
no.
know.
Nicole,
Heartbreak
no,
feels good in a place.
Nicole
like
Kidman and Batman Forever. Oh, no, there one. But
So, all right. This one I think is going to be a pretty open and shut one. It's going to be Charles in Charge versus Rancher Dwayne Robertson.
I don't know. Juice might have some arguments.
oh, I think we don't get to choose here. I think it's Juice. Juice, you are the sole vote. I think that if you guys are okay with that, are you guys
You
okay
want
with that?
Charles in Charge to beat Dwayne Robertson?
Deacons.
It's Dwayne
Well, all
Robertson.
right. Let me actually here. So let me. The
My
idea.
vote
I
is
realized
Juice
the
vote.
the argument that I was trying to make. I couldn't it wasn't actually making a distinct choice. So my pitch, I think. So picture this. So you have a household with a troubled young teen that's been getting into a lot of lasso fights. Parents hire the greatest living family helper to help get control of this house. Charles from Charles in Charge gets brought in to set things straight on Rancher Dwayne's ranch. So it's Charles in Charge goes west. And it's a rancher Charles getting Dwayne and his little brothers and sisters whipped into shape. Not literally whipped, but gotten into shape. And so I don't know who the true hero is, Charles or Dwayne, but that's the fight that I picture. That's the buddy cop of these two in my
Listen,
head.
Yes,
I
we're
watched
greenlighting this
that.
immediately.
I got one word for you. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Yeah, look at So who
About
are
to
we?
lasso Nancy Pelosi's podium.
Are we? Are we letting Juice single-handedly decide this, or are we all voting?
It's what I want to do. I'm giving my vote to Juice.
You know what? I like to live on the edge. Juice, don't let me down.
You know what? I do like Charles a lot, but the joy that Dwayne has brought
This
this channel,
show.
I can't. Yeah, I have to go Dwayne. I have to go against. There's going to be some barn burners coming up, and I think
I knew you would never let me down, Juice.
Well, yeah, you mentioned barn burners, and yikes on this one. Our homie, Mr. Toad, was probably about to get squashed by Hollywood's James Remar.
I don't like this. Oh no!
I love you, Mr. Toad. I barely know you.
You're gonna love him so much.
I don't even know what a jabroni is.
Mr. Toad, you were so good to us. I'm sorry. It's been a wild ride, Mr. Toad.
Has Mr. Toad ever called Jeff a jabroni?
No. Oh, I'm so sad right
He
now.
would,
He
but I
would.
don't think I don't think he ever did.
Listen, anyone that meets Jeff would call him a jabroni. I say with love.
That's true.
It's about love.
But James Remar wouldn't have called Jeff a jabroni if he wasn't paid.
Yeah, he lives so close
$60 to do
Anaheim
this.
in Hollywood.
$60 fucking though. That is like a steal for James Remar.
It's true. But
And that was
Mr.
like
Toad,
eating the best seconds ever just watching that video.
Mr. Toad's wild ride is.
I want James Remar to know how much joy he's given us. Mr. Toad has given joy to people around the world.
But
amount
James
of
Remar.
joy James Remar is
Hollywood
giving us.
James Remar's got to advance.
Hollywood's, yeah. Hollywood.
And Mike and am I the only? I'm still the only person on the stream to have ever seen The Quest.
The Quest, yes.
I
Yes,
believe so, yes.
so it's a damn monkey.
All right. You can go James Remar.
Hollywood's James Remar
I'm
has
sorry,
advanced.
Mr. Toad. I love you.
All right, we're going to the right side of the bracket now. We have
Oh,
the Eternal Joy brought to us by Jason Sudeikis and Will Forte. And we have the Power of One Brother Loomis.
he killed Wallace Shawn.
Fuck.
He's very.
He saw him
powerful.
die.
He saw
No,
him
yeah,
die.
you just saw him die.
I will say, okay, so we went to MegaCon, as we have discussed, and when we were walking around the floor, every time I saw anything that had to do with My Hero Academia, I immediately thought of Brother Loomis, and we quoted that so many times that day.
And that is the
And
guy,
that's the guy
from
from
My Hero Academia.
Like we'd see a Funko Pop, we'd see a piece of art, we would see whatever, and we'd be like, and that is the guy from My Hero Academia. And because of the fact that literally us just walking around MegaCon quoting Brother Loomis, even though I love Jason Sudeikis and I love Will Forte and I loved their cover of Shallow, Brother Loomis for witnessing Wallace Shawn's death, and that quote, and that is the guy from My Hero Academia. That alone makes him advance for me.
The man stays in character. Like he is
It's insane how well he
fucking
can stay in character.
Kirk Lazarus. He does not drop character until they cut the DVD commentary. So good.
Brother Loomis is, if you were to look up, like if there was a What the Show dictionary, that was made just by us, where we defined our own things, and you put the word hero, he'd have his picture next to it. I got to go Brother Loomis.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
not even a yeah.
Right, come on.
The
Also, I
man
want
from
it to be
Yes
known, and
And.
this is terrible, but the day that Wallace Shawn does, die again, the first thing I will think, I will laugh when I see it. And that's so terrible because it will be a sad thing that this man is dead. But I will just be like, oh my God.
Yeah, the legend.
Wallace Shawn is dead.
He's dead. All right. Well, I have a
That
hunch. I know this one's going to be a little bit one-sided. I just have a hunch.
Yeah, you're right.
So our homie who sings "Where's My Fucking Dope" from Dixie Dumhole is about to let the conversation begin.
So here's the thing: Garth Brooks has friends in low places, but I never think he ever had a friend in a place that low.
He's never had a friend waiting outside Bob's Big Boy for 45 minutes.
It's a real low place. Do we have the juice? Y'all, it's Garth Brooks. Obviously, it's Garth Brooks.
It's Garth Brooks.
Come
Actual
on.
wonderful human being, Garth Brooks, who had one creepy moment, versus we hope the best. We simply hope the
But he
best.
has never had friends.
That-
That was a good line.
That video came out in 2011. I wonder where is that guy?
Can we please get shirts
Garth
that
Brooks
say
did that
this?
video
Yeah.
in 2013.
Well, Garth Brooks
Woo,
has to
Garth
go on.
Brooks.
There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Listen, y'all, that's slick stuff. That's raw stuff. That's cool stuff. We love him.
All right. So we got
Ross.
2 more round 2 matchups. 2 more. So the first one, it's going to be a tough one too, I think.
All right, this one is easy for me.
It is our homie, Mike Carlson, Botanicus, going against the man who introduced us all to Watermelon Smash.
I'm going Mike Carlson, everyone.
Mike
I'm
Carlson.
locked in. Thank you, AJ.
What's more important to the Orlando trip for me was that I forgot to download anything to my phone to enjoy on the plane, and I somehow had a downloaded podcast it was a 2-hour long podcast for Fast
They
and
all are.
Furious Supercharged that I got to listen to on my way to Orlando.
Yes,
Mike Carlson is a champion.
a living legend for sure.
Put him in the regular one.
Put him in
Put him in the main one.
regular
In the main one. Put me in the main one.
Put him in the main one. Come
The main
on. Freaking cowards. Put him in the main one.
Mike Carlson, though, did not cause Bethany to do a cartwheel in our hotel
Listen,
hallway.
And
Each
who
one.
did it?
If Mike Carlson
Yes.
said do a cartwheel, I'd be like, yes. So he could. Sometimes I'm so joyful that I feel like I can do cartwheels because of Mike Carlson. So yes, was Watermelon Smash responsible for that cartwheel or attempt at a cartwheel? Yes.
Not one, two cartwheels.
Did I do either of them well? No. All right, AJ and I are locked in for Mike Carlson. What is your vote, Mike?
Let's get smashed.
Watermelon Smash!
Is that your vote as well, Juice? Are we going
Yes.
to the chat?
We're
All right,
going with
Dennis, we got a
7-Eleven.
minute on the clock. Go ahead and vote, everyone. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
All right, so
I
everybody,
do like
vote
to.
starting now.
I do like to say that if Mike Carlson knew that he was in a poll against a random gas station clerk, I think that he'd be very excited. Right now.
He'd be so excited about it. Wait, what? I'm against the guy from the gas station? Sweet.
For
And
both of
he
his
told you
player
what?
matchups, it's very good.
He sold them what? Where can I get some of this? Like,
Yes. If you knew it was at the 7-Eleven outside of Endless Summer, like he would just be, I think, elated. So yeah, it's coming out pretty
it's my
pretty
vote.
Carlson heavy.
Yeah.
Like I think Mike Carlson in the world of like the movie YouTuber space is like somebody who's deeply missed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
But Podcast the Right is just delightful. So he's still there for us when we need him. So
and he's kind of like a Coy Jandra, where he is so good at the debate aspect, but not good at the trivia aspect.
yep.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Carlson's
sorry,
bad.
Coy. You are
Oh, boy.
got Schmodown's Charlie Brown.
We got one more round 2 match going.
Yeah, we slayed round 2. We just bebopped on through that.
And it's our homie E Honda. He's about to get kicked in the face.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Wanda.
No, think of this as an actual fight or a conversation. Either way.
Johnny Lawrence, obviously. Sorry, Honda. I love the salt. But yeah, send it to the internet.
Did you ever drop kick a mailbox? I don't think so.
You sure salt in it.
No.
Okay, listen.
Although you could do the sumo
I'm gonna go pee.
thing.
I'm gonna vamp real quick while Mike goes pee. William Zabka, absolute legend in the panel. We were nearing the end of the panel, and he did just yell quiet at everyone, and it made everyone very happy. And I immediately turned to Mike, and I was like, "We have to tell Juice." So that is how much Johnny Lawrence means to this group of people. Yeah, it was quality. It was a good panel. Of course, no one followed the rules of the panel as per usual in asking questions, but I did enjoy getting to hear their answers. And oh my god, okay, yeah. Can I tell everyone this real quick while Mike is in the bathroom? So there's this lady who came up to ask a question, because the moderator asked the first couple questions, and then it's all audience questions from there on out. This lady has clearly not gone through How I Met Your Mother yet. Okay, like she's definitely started to just watch it now on a streaming service, and so she comes up thinking she's got this clever question, and she's like, "Hey, have you ever seen Barney's theory on How I Met Your Mother about the Karate Kid?" And William Zabka is just like, "Have you ever watched the last couple of seasons?" And she's like, "I haven't gotten there yet." And he's like, and so everyone in the audience just laughs, and he's like, "I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm on it." And he's like, I'm gonna let you watch it. I'm not gonna tell you anything. But and everyone in the audience is just dying. Yeah. So it was really great. It was a great moment. This poor girl I got a little bit of second-hand embarrassment for it, but he handled it very well. And it was very funny. And then a guy asked a question about Buffalo Wild Wings later. It was some very weird questions were asked in this panel, but it was a good time. All right, I think we have our Elite 8 here.
Billy Zabs is up there for like the people on the earth that I'd most want to have a beer with.
Yeah.
A nice course banquet, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's like,
Oh,
please never. I don't want to have any more course banquet. Maybe he likes it. I don't know.
He's very down to earth and just wow.
Yeah,
And the
He's
translation
super
is
chill.
He just seems like a really nice, cool dude.
All right, there's
Here's the update.
the great eight, the elite eight.
Woo! Elite Eight, baby, we've made it. All right, guys, it's gonna get tough here. We got John Carlo versus Nick Cage. I'm gonna let y'all duke it out because I know what I'm locked in as.
This is tough.
So Nick Cage, I mean, fuck. How do I talk about this man without just fucking buckling down and crying? It's not just Pig. It's not just the 2021 movies that are 3 of my top 100 movies of all time. His extensive filmography. It's the way that he remembers people. Do you guys know that he just about 3 years or so after John Stepp died, Josh McCoo was on a plane and he saw Nick Cage and like he just said, "Hey, I didn't want to bother you. I was just a friend of John Stepp's." He's like, Schnepp was a good man. And he hugged him. Nick Cage hugged Josh McCoo. This is a real story. This is something that was on the afternoon. Like, he remembers people in a way that, like we're talking about being grounded down to earth. Nick Cage is wild, crazy, and exciting. And then you see him talk to people, and he's grounded, he's down to earth, he's funny, he's charming. As far as heroes go, just fucking A, dude. Like, Nick Cage, smooch is good.
Stop, AJ. Now you've made me change my mind with
Nick
that
Cage,
story.
smooch is good.
I guess I'm going Nick Cage. I'm sorry, John Carlo. I love you.
We love
John
you, John
Carlo. Again, we're
We'll see
talking
you
about heroes on this show. John Carlo really, to this group of people, is such a hero. And I do just want
Or a villain
that
to
to be
Juice.
noted. And Juice loves him. We look forward to seeing you soon, John Carlo. You're a hero, but I'm sorry.
If either of these people knew that they were in the elite 8 of this 32, they would be
I think
elated.
we should tell John Carlo.
If we told him it came down to him and Nick Cage,
Yeah, I think he'd be like, I understand
I'm
why
okay
I
with
lost
this.
to Nick Cage.
and then I told this Josh McCouga story that
And he'd be like, what?
Guys, I don't know how we're gonna do this next one.
Oh, this one breaks my heart.
It's Dwayne Robertson against Hollywood's James Remar.
it's okay. Well, we know where James Raymar was on January 6th.
And I don't even know what a jabroni is.
He was at Griffith Park Observatory. So with that,
He's
I
very
vote-
lives and work.
You're a jabroni.
I mean,
That
the
rests my
joy,
case.
God, Dwayne Robertson, again, he's brought a lot of joy to the show, but the amount of joy that James Remar has brought.
I don't
us-
know that anybody has. Well, I'll qualify that. Anybody we've never met has brought more joy to the show than James Remar.
So I think I got to go James Remar on this one. Yeah. Juice, any thoughts?
I was honestly leaning Dwayne.
Oh, okay. I respect that. We
just
love
'cause
Dwayne.
I get to press buttons, but I get to press buttons with James Remar. But I have got to press buttons longer with Dwayne.
For
So
Dwayne.
it's legacy.
True.
Legacy
this is a
status.
battle for
Legacy
fucking
status.
producer Juice.
Basically. He's
Which
like,
one do I?
"Oh."
These are the two that I love enjoying pressing the buttons for most.
That's really fair. Again, I would really like to
My two
say
babies.
Dwayne is a legend.
Dwayne really is a legend. He will continue to be a legend of the show. Juice will continue to get to press buttons for him, but Hollywood's
It's
own
Hollywood's
James
James Remar.
Remar. It was a good.
I don't understand any of that.
That clip
Let's
right
do
there
it.
alone was worth the $60. That
I just want to go to Griffith Park.
Knowing that James Remar doesn't know what Letterboxd is
I don't understand.
is the most freeing thing in the entire world.
Oh, boy. We love you.
All right, we got two more.
Oh, God. Man, this is all really hard from here on out.
Oh fuck, this one's tough.
I don't like this.
Let's let the conversation begin between Garth Brooks and Brother Lomas.
Oh shit!
Why did we
Listen,
do this? This is hard. Okay.
I will say this, Brother Lomas, I love you. And I wasn't sure about this at first, but then a friend told me to think about this like as a conversation. And I like that. But then I found out that it's wiping down the walls between me and you. And I really like that. And when I think about the stuff that Brother Lomas posts, it's cool stuff. It's neat stuff. It's raw stuff like this. It brings each other into each other's worlds, or in my case, this hotel room. So if we're going to think of this as a conversation, I said let this conversation begin.
It's so hard because Brother Lomas is a freaking master at staying in character, and the Wallace Shawn is dead, and that's the guy from My Hero Academia.
Nobody has broken me the way Brother Lomas did.
The entire stream was just so
I was
hard.
biting my lip so hard for like the first half hour, and then I gave up.
But the amount of times I quote, I like that. It's also
I use that with customers.
This is the hardest one, I think.
So
like, literally
I
showing
have a
people
little-
fragrances, showing them hundreds of dollars of luxury fragrances. I use the Garth Brooks quote on the daily. It's cool stuff. It's slick stuff. It's raw stuff. I do this shit.
I think there's a little recency bias going on with Garth Brooks being such a recent thing. I think we need to refresh ourselves on a little something.
I didn't know how to use the lighter.
Impressive that you did that.
A wicked man.
Why is this My Hero Academia on the screen right now?
You ready? Brownie.
This is such a good
This is the title card. This shows traditional romance. This shows religion's frustration at modern romance. This is a hand. This shows people raging against the modern aesthetic of false love. This shows us burning down the institutions of immorality and sin.
I really need a shave.
This shows what will happen to all the horrible sinners eventually. That's neutral. This is seduction coming back alive. This is religion wiping away in the winter snow to clean and pure the future. This is us cutting away the bounds of sin. This is us stripped down to our purest level. This is the excitement of us unburdened by evil. And this is the guy from My Hero Academia.
But Brother Lomas advances.
Brother Lomas.
Can I show you guys another? Can I show you guys another like short clip? I want to show you guys a clip that I want to nominate somebody to be a hero, and it wouldn't have cut it. But this is another thing that I say at least 5 times a day.
That was
Like
so
still to this day. So just like a quick little.
God, Brother
I'm like
Lomas.
crying. I'm laughing.
This is a
so hard.
soundbite I wish we used on the daily.
You watch him, he's a comer. He's a comer. You watch him, he's a comer. You watch him, he's a comer.
What is he talking about?
Talking about
A comer.
yes. What's his name? Former former Texas Governor Rick.
Santorum?
Santorum? Was that it?
No,
No, that was a different
Rick
guy.
Santorum had the cooler name. But yeah, he was talking about a up and coming Democrat. This is a way of saying look out for him. He's an up and comer. Was watch out. He's a comer.
Watch out, he's a comer.
So I
Yeah,
really want to
that is
nominate
dumb.
Donald Trump for that clip that lives rent free in my mind. But we
Perry?
couldn't do it.
It was Rick Perry?
Rick Perry.
Yeah.
Rick
you're
Perry,
right.
watch out. He's a comer.
He's a comer. He's a comer, that Rick Perry.
All right, we got one more.
He's talking about it. That's a good one.
I'm so sorry, everybody, but we have.
Oh, God, this one hurts my soul.
Yep. I mean, it's Mike Carlson and Johnny Lawrence.
Oh, fuck. It's.
I hate this. Oh, it's just hard.
As it's Johnny Lawrence, right?
It's Johnny Lawrence. I love
it's
you,
Johnny,
Mike Carlson,
yeah.
but it's Johnny Lawrence.
Okay. I'm gonna step
sorry,
aside
Mike
just
Carlson.
one more time, real quick.
Yep.
One more
All
We
time.
right.
love you, Johnny Lawrence. All right, let's do a quick breakdown. Bring up that bracket here.
Yeah,
Dude.
yep. All right, let me.
God, we've really
Holy
there's just some
shit.
real legends on this show here. We've got some really this Final Four is a real just a tough bracket.
This is a murderer's
It's been a
row.
really, really tough bracket. We're gonna have here, as you can see, where we started and where we're at now. This has just been difficult, but we're down our Final Four. We have Nick Cage, who's going to be going against Hollywood's own James Remar. Then we have Johnny Lawrence going against Brother Lomas. So this is going to be some real tough decisions are going to be made here in this final bit. I'm excited to see what comes out on top. And again, I just want to remind everyone tonight is about love and heroes, and we love all of these people, and we think all of them are heroes. A champion needs to be crowned, but that doesn't mean that we don't enjoy the rest of these people.
Every person that was on this list has brought some form of joy to this show.
True.
So there's really no losers.
There's no losers here.
It's just a kind of a ranking of winners, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
And the Final Four. I think there's one moderate surprise in the Final Four.
Most people are pretty. I think this is where we saw this going. But there is maybe some surprise. What has been your biggest surprise of the bracket so far, Juice?
Can I just say that the Mario movie is going to be one of the scenarios that we might have to role play through next week with the hero and the villain?
Oh God. Okay, if you say so.
With Bob Chapek.
The plot of the
Human
Mario.
testicle, Bob Chapek.
The Goomba didn't end up winning, but the Goomba almost upset the first seed, John Carlo, and then the John Carlo versus Nick Cage was also a great battle. So just John Carlo, he was knockout, drag out fight the whole way.
That was a very good battle. Yeah.
All right, so let's rip the Band-Aid off and let's go for it. So
Whew.
here we go. Nick Cage and Hollywood's James Remar.
You're a jabroni.
They're not in a movie together. Why is this not a thing?
Yeah, someone make it a thing. Who do I have to pay to make this a thing?
The Lawrence will make it a thing.
That said,
True.
I mean, I'm going Nick Cage all the way. I'm sorry. I think I've seen about 60% of his total filmography, including direct-to-video. James Remar, I've seen The Quest. Which you guys need to see The Quest. Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
And you can stop right there because that's all you need to see.
I mean,
The
can I just
Warriors
say, Will brings
and
up a
Dexter.
really good point. For this show, again, for the sake of this, for what the show hero, I think James Remar has done more.
We have talked.
I'm not saying that Nick Cage isn't an impeccable actor who's done some great things.
And again, our
and is
highest
probably a
viewed
very
video
great
is
person.
because of a Nick
But-
Cage movie. But
For this show, I really think that James Remar has really just, he stood out. I think we talked about
I will
him.
vote for James Remar if you guys agree to watch The Quest, directed by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I will watch The Quest.
Yeah, totally.
I will drunk review The Quest.
Okay, then we're advancing. Let's.
Yeah.
Wow,
I was gonna
that
say,
and
how-
that was- yeah, that's a thing I can do.
I was gonna say, so what the show is not about views. We this wasn't started to be something
No,
that
it
we
never
could
was.
gain So the fact that Nick Cage, although we love that it's our number one video.
For some
on the
reason,
channel,
that video took off. We don't know why, and it was months after we filmed it.
we are about the laughs shared with one another. We are about the
Oh,
community.
yeah.
We are about
James Remar.
We're about
owning Jeff.
where we're about making fun of Jeff in a loving
The
and endearing way.
jabrones.
The jabrones. Come on, y'all. Hollywood's own James
It's-
Remar.
It's so hard. Like I could fight this all night if I really wanted to, but like
Lego,
you guys
he's
haven't
not
seen the
telling
quest
people.
yet. Like
But when it comes down to it, what you said is like, this is the what the show hero, and yes, maybe Nick Cage is still a hero, overall. But when you're talking about our show,
Yeah.
how much
If
time
this
has
was who was AJ Lancaster's hero or who was just a hero in general, I'd be like, yes, vote Nick Cage. But for this show, I've got to go James Remar.
You got to put down the Appletini.
That is
like
true.
so when we sent in for that cameo, did anybody think it was going to come out the way it did?
no.
It went above and beyond my expectations.
The
And
dude
for that
was
What a hero.
It was the best money I possibly have ever spent in my life.
God, this Final Four is so hard. I have to fight.
God, this
Brother
one's
Lawrence
gonna make
or
me upset.
Brother Lawrence. I just said Brother Lawrence. Like I can buy
Yeah,
that.
this is the
Brother
first
Oh,
one.
Brother
for me that I
Lawrence.
am-
Could you imagine if they did the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance?
God,
I'd be really into it personally.
Brother Loomis and Johnny Lawrence. Fuck.
Hmm.
Hard.
I think that
decision.
if Brother Lomas had ever seen, like he's only ever seen,
He's never seen Karate Kid. We know that.
Yeah, it's Major League, Major League Two.
No,
and
he's up to 6
Evil.
movies now because he saw both Star Wars movies.
Yeah, those are Major League 1 and 2. So I think if he knew, he would understand, right?
I mean, yeah.
Hmm.
I see that.
Both would understand, really.
Both would understand, I think.
Which one has been in more video games?
I mean, I don't know how many video games Lomas has been in because he's kind of got an omnipresent aspect to him that he's like everywhere.
Yeah, I guess.
So Lomas had one full episode of the show and then
One prolonged
a
appearance.
guest and then a long appearance on our anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So how many have we dedicated to Cobra Kai? Because we had
We had our tier list.
this tier, but we did.
I mean, we quote Johnny Lawrence often. Have we done an entire other episode dedicated to Cobra Kai? No, I think just the tier list.
I think we've done another Cobra Kai episode.
I thought we
Probably.
did something where like we talked more about like
Does anybody watch this shit? Fuck.
Much like that, the only people that haven't watched Star Wars are the people who lived it. I've lived this shit, so I don't know. It all blends together.
I occasionally go back into timestamp things, but
I watch. If I leave a stream early, I try to go back and watch what I missed. But if I'm in the whole stream, I'm like, I lived it. I mean, we've really had some love over Cobra Kai on this show, but have we dedicated an entire other stream to it? I don't think so. We just did the tier stream, and then we bring
Yeah, I
it
think
up
you're
a
right.
lot.
well, right, yeah, because we did our top 5 TV shows, and that was like one of the
Yeah,
That's
and
where
we
it came up a lot.
we talked about how we liked Cobra Kai and made a couple people's lists.
We did the fantasy draft of fictional characters, and Johnny Lawrence, I think, was like one of the first.
he was my
Guys, you're gonna have to role
Next,
play
right?
one of these people through a scenario, and these are definitely the two most interesting people to role play.
Oh, 100%.
Who would you rather role play? My vote is Brother Lomas.
This is tough.
Would you?
Oh.
Can Mike? I need to get on the What the Show Twitter right now, and we can reverse this decision in post like next week if we need to. Who would you rather role play? Brother Lomas or Johnny Lawrence? Put up a poll for it right now.
Going for it right now.
Whoever wins this, I think, wins the bracket.
Yeah, because
Probably.
well, they have to fight
What's
against
the-
James Raymar.
Actually, what if we had this in a 3-way poll and just say, fuck it?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
okay
like,
with
these
it.
are the winners. Listen, it's our bracket. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Justin, what do you think?
I mean, if you were to sum up, real talk here, if you were to sum up this show, I think that these three people, Brother Lomas, for his absolute genius when he has been on, and when
These
he
are
comes
the three
in the
most
chat,
important. I think
and
so.
he's just so funny and great. James Remar, what he has done for us, absolute legend. Johnny Lawrence, who pretty much embodies so much of what the show and
Nick Cage.
And we said 3-way tie, AJ, not 4-way. I don't know.
All right.
We can do whatever we want.
It is now on the Twitter.
I don't know.
I need a different. I need to switch from Microsoft Paint to something else.
So
to do what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so it's now we're just gonna leave this as a 3-way tie. That's what's going on.
I don't know. We have to vote on if we're doing that. In the chat, what do y'all think? Do you think we should crown a champion tonight, or do you think we should just leave it as a 3-way tie?
What might be the most what the show move of all time.
Yeah,
we're punting.
A bracket, and then we just straight up on the ball.
We're punting.
My vote for this, by the way, for this side of the bracket is Brother Lomas. On Twitter ourselves.
I think I could put in a vote.
Because when you think about who you'd rather roleplay as,
I mean, what's the question? Who am I naming a hero, or who would I rather roleplay as? Because who would I rather roleplay as? Thanks, Matt, for coming in with a vote. Who would I rather roleplay as? Brother Lomas. Yes. What I go back to, though, even though I love Brother Lomas and I love what he has done for this show, and I cannot stress that enough, what I go back to is what you said earlier, AJ, like not to get too sentimental, but the fact that Johnny Lawrence is the reason that you know us. Like the fact that there is no what the show, there is no this friendship. If it isn't for you signing up for that YouTube thing, whatever it was called at the time,
YouTube Red
Premium,
at the time,
whatever.
And people made a lot of dirty red tube jokes before they changed it.
Hey. I mean, I'm okay with leaving it as a 3-way, but if I were to vote in this thing, I would give a slight edge in my gut reaction was to say Brother Lomas, but then when I was thinking about what you said earlier, I would give the slight edge to Johnny Lawrence just because of what you said earlier about like that.
Here's the thing. I use pathos to manipulate people. So that's another thing that we need to kind of take into account, right?
So,
but I've been manipulated. It's fine.
Here's my thing for the 3-way tie.
Okay.
So James Remar is our favorite bit that has come up with on this show. Johnny Lawrence is our favorite character entity that we all collectively love. As these 4 people. And Brother Lomas is our favorite guest and favorite personality and character that we know. I go 3-way tie.
The triangle sold me. I say 3-way tie. Also,
the heroes.
Also, I think that the 3 of them would add such an interest. If we have them fighting against Bob Chapek, I think you would need a band of heroes.
The Avengers.
There's 4 of us.
Team up.
There's 4 of us.
To go against Bob Chapek.
No, that's the thing. Okay, so that means Bob Chapek versus Brother Lomas versus James Remar versus
just say, legitimately, Juice, you should get into debate because your argument there at the end, plus the graphic, really sold me. I was like, I don't know, maybe we should name someone. If I had to choose, a kind of situation, I could do this. And then you said that, and I was like, that's the most right thing I've ever heard. Yes, for all those reasons and more, it has to be a 3-way tie. This is how.
Okay.
Brother Lomas is hardcore winning in the Who Would You Rather See in a Better Comedy with Bob Chapek right now. Which honestly, yeah, actually, I would pick
He's
Brother
running
Lomas.
away with it, actually.
I would 100% pick Brother Lomas. But to
So-
see Brother Lomas, Shawnee Lawrence, and James Raymar team up against Bob Chapek is chef's kiss.
Next week is the role play episode. So the role play episode,
I like that this
We
has
are
been like
each-
a trilogy.
we each get into a character.
Yeah, there's
We
4 of
each-
us. We can do that. Yeah.
We each role play one character. We have to
Who
figure
do I
out.
have to be? Who's going to be Chapek?
Oh, I think I have to be Chapek. I think I have to be the villain.
If you're volunteering,
Oh, but you make such a good Johnny Lawrence.
Unless one of you is, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Unlike,
I don't
We'll
know.
fi-
I
we'll
don't
figure
think
it
I
out.
would make
We'll
a
figure
good
it out.
any of them.
I think you could
okay.
what?
I think
So-
AJ would have to assume Lomas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I take Raymar and you take Lawrence.
I would be Johnny. I don't know if I can do justice, but I'll try.
Unless you want Raymar.
Okay,
Let's see,
would you-
or Bob Chapek.
Okay.
I think your Bob Chapek would be very funny, Juice. So I'm intrigued by that.
I'll
my
still-
my Bob Chapek would make this entire stream a drag, and it would be accurate. Wait,
will.
actually, fuck it. Give me Bob Chapek. Give me Bob Chapek. And a week
Okay,
of
who's
Ted
gonna be Lomas then? I can't do a good Lomas.
Can you do Lomas Juice?
Juice, can you do Lomas?
Yeah, I could do Lomas. Yeah.
Wait, would you rather have Lomas or Chapek? Juice.
I think Juice would be a better Chapek.
I was
honestly.
gonna. We'll figure it out. We got.
Yeah, this will be something we can discuss.
Yeah, we don't have to
before
bore
y'all.
that.
So everyone tune in next week
Well-
for the conclusion to this trilogy of I don't even know how this started, but it's been really fun for us.
I don't understand any of that.
I don't understand any of that.
Put down
But
the
we're having a
opportunity.
good time. And in the most what the show thing ever,
I don't understand any of that.
we've kind of three-way tie.
Three heroes.
Also, everyone, pour one out for the map. We love it.
Y'all, thank you so much, everybody. That keep everything weird. Keep your Wednesdays
Yeah.
weird. We
Keep
love
your
you
Wednesdays
all.
weird. Love. And just, yeah.
And always blame PLD.